So the river went up. I'm not sure if that's because of the rain or if that's just... Not sure why it went up, but it went up is my point. See, it's running some pretty decent rapids here. I'm curious how much it's gone up. Seems like quite a bit. We'll see if I can go this way today. It says freezing. It's even colder than it was yesterday. That could be because of rain. Feels... think it got a little bit muddier. Not like crazy, not like a crazy amount, but a little bit. This mud's a little slick. The mud is definitely a little bit slick. Jeez. So yeah, the river has gone up a little bit. Still not, it still isn't to what it was. It might be kind of close though. Oh, kind of inconsistent with the depth. No, can't get too deep here. No, it isn't. It hasn't really gotten that deep. It's just gotten like a little bit. But it does kind of drop you a couple inches every now and then. I guess to keep you on your toes. I don't know. There's clearly this is clearly not that stable to stand on for too long. It is kind of satisfying to mess with though sometimes. So yeah, the river is a little muddier, but only a little bit. And then this mud is either insanely slick or very thick, which means it sinks you a little bit when you walk through it, which is very annoying. Okay, here it's fine now, but a lot of it's like that. Either annoying to walk through or annoying to walk through in a different way. Even this mud's not ideal to walk through because it still sinks you in a little bit, but not much. almost is what it was. It isn't exactly to that level, but it's almost there. Yeah, it's a little bit red. Notice the dirt's a little bit more bright brown red colored. So I'm wondering if the Jemez rivers are a little red right now. Yeah, it's almost to where it was. I'm not sure if it's at that level yet anyway. It is for sure close. It might be there. It's hard to tell. Might have been further than that. I don't know. Still making it's carving over there. You can kind of see. It's making a big old carving. This is crazy. That's a big rapid right there. It's gotten a little fuller over here. Still wondering what this is going to look like once spring runoff is done. I'm wondering when that is going to be. You know, just wondering all kinds of that stuff. It's really... Now I'm wondering how this will affect... What effect this is going to have long term. I'm going to sit for a minute. Might come back because it's a little late. I don't want to be home as late as I was last time. It's kind of hard to get to the spots I want to check out because of the river destroying the trail over there. Now I have to kind of walk to find a way around it. So, which is kind of hard because then it takes longer to find where I want to be. I have a pretty good amount of time before the sun sets, so that'll probably benefit me, but yeah, I'm not sure. Might just start heading back in a little bit, because, yeah. There's little waves, which is kind of cool. Look at that. I gotta get a job. It's just life, you know? So I'm still wondering if that was as high as it was going to get. And if it's going to go down or if it's just going to stay like this for a couple months. 2019, last time the Rio Grande was this high, which was 2019, it kind of stayed like this until late July. It's kind of following a similar pattern. Kind of went up in May, then kind of fluctuated in May, and then got really high in June. It's not June yet, so I'm not sure that's the case. Like, I'm not sure if that's the case in that manner, because it's not June yet. So I'm not sure. So I'm trying to... But it seemed to be following a pretty similar pattern. The pattern in 2019, the last time we had this. So, you know, the big rapid over there. It's really satisfying to look at because it kind of looks like a big wave. And honestly, you don't really see rapids like this in the Rio Grande. Like, you don't really see that very often, at least this part of the Rio Grande. I know, like, up north in the Rio Grande, you'll see stuff like that. But not here, really. You don't really see stuff like that often here. It kind of looks like a little wave. Yeah. All right. I'm going to maybe explore a bit more. There's also the storm. but it might be one of those storms that just kind of intimidate. So I'm gonna I guess I'll go that way. Curious how the other spots I go to are doing. I thought I saw my dad's car here. I was like, what's he doing here? But no, my dad's car is a little it's the same. It was the same car my dad drives, but my dad made a few modifications to it, or not what's the word? He put a luggage rack on his car, and he did a couple other things here and there. But he's kind of like me, or he likes stock. He doesn't really like modifying his vehicles a lot. I'm in the middle of that. I like stock, but I also like modding vehicles, or I at least like aftermarket. I at least like putting aftermarket things on the vehicles. I don't know if I'd mod it. Some people mod them. I know a Honda Civic is a popular mod, or a popular car that people mod. But people mod a lot of stuff. You see modded trucks, especially old ones. It's because at least here anyway. Because new trucks, they're expensive. Old trucks, you could probably get a good running one for, I don't know. That's depending on how much, I guess how much depends on the truck. Like 5 to even up to 10 grand, sometimes more, if it has immaculately low miles. And then people mod the shit out of those. You see a bunch of these lowriders here. I see mostly Chevys. I don't know why. I guess I see more a lowrider. Like I see like lowrider Chevys from like the mid 2000s. I always see those. They have like 2 inches of ground clearance. I'm actually not too far from the lowrider capital of the world, Espanola. I'm actually not that far from there. I don't know. My mom and dad aren't really big fans of lowriders. What? I swear I remember a way to get it. Oh, I'm not taking that way. Thought this was the way to get in. So, you see a lot of those. And then the Miata. Those are really popular for modding. Mazda Miatas. I mean, stock, they're a pretty fun car. Not that fast. They're a little bit fast, but they handle like a dream. They handle better than like a Porsche. Miatas handle better than a Porsche. You can get old ones for cheap. That's why people like to mod them. I keep forgetting which trail I should go down. And that's why people like to mod them. And there's parts everywhere for a Miata, even aftermarket. There's parts everywhere. You can get aftermarket exhausts. You can get aftermarket headlights. You can get all kinds of stuff. You can get all kinds of aftermarket stuff for Miata. And you can mod them. They're really easy to mod. They're easy to work on. So, yeah. And honestly, it's one of my favorite cars by Mazda. No, it's not really fast. It's not going to be super fast, and it has decent power, but it's not like what's in a Camaro or a Challenger Charger or Mustang. I mean, probably be like 150, 160 in that range on an old one. Newer ones, you can get up to about 180. But reason they're a little faster is because they're lightweight. And they're kind of good beginner sports cars too, because they're rear wheel drive, so you can get used to driving rear wheel drive if you're like kind of switching from like, I don't know, grocery getter, like the Toyota Camry, for example. You're kind of switching from that to sports cars. You kind of want to start off with a Miata. Then you could go down whatever path you choose after that. You go S2000. You could do that. Like, there's so many options for cars in that category. Like faster cars, you just kind of, sometimes you just gotta start smaller. Gotta start with what you have. It's just how it is. You gotta start with what you have, then go from there, and then kind of slowly upgrade from that point on. And that's just how it goes. What else am I thinking? Might be it for now. Next week is my last week of school. So last week of junior year next week. So Monday is actually the last normal school day because of finals. Because of finals, that Monday is actually my last, and graduation, which is on Tuesday. Monday is my last, like, normal school day with all 7 class periods. Then we'll go to a block schedule. Honestly, I am not sure what we're doing tomorrow. I really don't know I don't think any teachers have any plans. I don't think there's really a lot of plans, especially in my first period. Because literally the only thing we're doing for a final is a booklet. And so literally all we're doing for a final is a booklet in my first period. Because, it's mostly seniors. And then she had everybody take the final, but admin was all, nah, man, you still gotta sign something for finals. I know there's, like, no point. I don't even know. They're like, you have to sign something. She's all right, booklet. And they're fine with it. Even if they weren't, she's retiring. Like, this is her last year. So what are they going to do, fire her? Especially on the last day, too. Like, if I'm going to fire her on the last day, I guess, like, I don't know. And I guess there's fines and stuff. Are you really going to fine a teacher over that's about to retire over something that small? So it's literally just like... So I know on the first day of final, I hate how this is. It's like I feel like it's like this every year. I have all my hard finals on the second day, or at least this time I have all my hard stuff on. I have all of the hard finals on the second day. The first day, I have all my easy finals. I mean, we're starting off with a booklet, or whatever it's pronounced. Then we're doing. And it's biology, which is an easy class. I have a B+ in that class. I don't know how I'm going to do on the final, but I know I can't do too horrible, because I always get like A's or B's on the test. A little earlier in the semester, I'd get like C's. Sometimes I'd get lower. I'd just redo it if I got like lower than a C-. But because those tests are not hard. Anyway, so Then I have yearbook, which is easy. Which is my mom's class, which is easy. It's literally stuff we already know. Then I have movies, which all I have to do is a Kahoot for it. I think I'm going to do the Kahoot tonight, and then tomorrow night, and then Tuesday night. I'm going to do it a few times each night. That way I'm not doing it 9 times all in one night. I do not want to fail that final. Because my grade in that class, since it's movies, it's not really that. It's a little lower than I'd like to admit for a class that easy, because I didn't do some of my work. So, it's not like I'm failing. I have a B-, but do not want to fail the final. Do not want to say, I had a C in movies. I already had that for the quarter. For the semester, I'm going to talk to her about it, because there's zeros for things I turned in, and I guess she just didn't grade. So, yeah. And then the second day, I have English, math, and history. History's not hard, but English and math. Oh my God. I was actually on the verge of failing math. And then, so there's one part, there's part 1 of the final that I took, then they let us retake it, and ended up getting a 75. So, I ended up getting a 75, so I know unless I do, I'd have to get probably a 30 on the final. I'd probably have to get a 20 on the final to fail math. Which, because of how big the curve is every year for the math department, not even just algebra, that's kind of hard, because half the time there's a 30-point curve because of how hard these finals are. They kind of have to heavy curve every final, because teachers don't write these finals. Teachers aren't the one who write these finals. So, it's okay, oh my God, I can't talk. Teachers aren't the one who write these finals. So half of the stuff that's on the final stuff we've never went over. Because district thinks we've gone over it, I guess. Why do they put stuff on the test that we don't go over? That's always been confusing to me. Sometimes I'll look at things on the test, they'll be like, we didn't go, on finals, I'll be like, we did not go over this. But then the other questions are I learned this in 6th grade. It's never even half the time it's not even stuff we learned this year. It's either stuff that it's either stuff we never went over or stuff I learned in middle school. And then a few of the questions are actually things we learned this year. Although history it's always at least stuff you did this year. I still can't believe I'm a little bit lost. Not like that. I've only hiked this way a couple times, so I'm not super lost. I'm kind of what direction do I need to go to get where I need to go? This way, I guess. So yeah, I really don't, like I said, I'm really not sure what they're doing tomorrow. I never remember, probably not really much of anything, considering I don't remember what this is the least memorable day of the school year, right before finals. Because at least finals, it's your last days. This day is just they just kind of force us here for really no reason. I mean, none of the teachers even have any curriculum to teach us. None of these teachers have so none of these teachers have any curriculum left to teach us with. So there's literally no more curriculum. So basically, I'm just going for attendance. I'm basically just going for attendance. Because literally, what am I going to be doing tomorrow? I mean, I guess some review. And then Tuesday we have off, and it's confusing. And it's like, they make us go here. They make us go here tomorrow, Monday, then Tuesday, and then it's like finals. And then my buddy is all, my buddy says, why do they make the finals on, is graduation the day, not until after school ends? I was like, dude, I don't know. We've done it. I don't know. It's been like this every year here. And he's all like, doesn't it just take away time from people who have to study for finals? I was like, okay, it ends at lunch. Your good thing is it's literally ends before lunch. And plus the average person wouldn't even really, I mean, I guess they'd go over it in class, but really the average person doesn't even get to study till 2:29. He's like, what about the other high schools? I'm not going to say its name. The other high schools here's graduation. And I was like, how many kids are going to both? Not a lot. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know why we do it either. But there's not really... Truthfully, I really don't know why it's like that either. But, yeah. Even with bug spray, I got bitten a couple times. I freaking hate bugs. Even with bug spray, I'm still getting bit. So, yeah. So, tomorrow, it's like... So, yeah, tomorrow, the last normal school day. And then I'm about to be a senior. I'm growing up, I gotta get a job. I'm thinking about getting a car. Hopefully my aunt's 4Runner. It's an old one, but... I don't got a silver spoon in my mouth, so that's just what I gotta get. I don't got a silver spoon in my mouth, so that's just what I gotta get. The 4Runner, which is a really good car. Toyotas are really good because they always start, they don't break, which I'm a high schooler. So I don't have the money to fix broken stuff, especially car. Even a small break's like even a smaller break is like $100-$150. I mean, and then there's some that are like, if you do it at home, it's like $20 to $50. But it's just like, what makes me frustrated, it's just like the amount of times some of these cars break. It just frustrates me. I'm like, why did you make the car that bad? Like, why is your car that bad to the point where you can't go to the point where it's breaking under warranty, which typically wouldn't be a big deal. Where is that rapid noise coming from? I'm not going to try to go further because it's flooded here, and I do not feel like walking through that. What time is it? Okay, I have plenty of time before the sun kind of goes down. I haven't walked this way very many times. It's cool. Oh, my hat fell off. What's cool is that nobody's really walking here now. Maybe a few people. Like, nobody's really walking this way. Okay, I've been this way. I'm a little further than I'd like to be, but I've been this way. Been in this, like, very dense foresty part that has a trail. Not sure how many times it gets walked on, but has a trail. Sort of. Because you have to deal with crap like this. Here are all the geese everywhere. Smells like wet dirt over here. Probably because of how much it's been raining. We're officially going to be done with the rain on, or tomorrow. Or I think Tuesday, maybe tomorrow. What's nice about that is it's been cool. Like the past 3 days, it has not gone above 75. I'm hoping the first like week of summer does not seem like it's going to be disgustingly hot. Hot for me would start around 85. Disgustingly would be like 95. And last year was already like 90, 95. Kind of a wimp when it comes to the heat. I'm very much a wimp when it comes to the heat. Like 95 is like rookie numbers for what I consider very hot. Gets up to 100 sometimes. Like I've said, I'm really hoping it doesn't get that hot this year. It doesn't, like, it is not hot right now. Like, I would not consider it hot, especially if you go in the evening, which is what I like to. Like, right now, I think it's like 70-ish, maybe a little lower, but 70 degrees. And then even when this kind of the system kind of leaves, normally gets to about 80. When the system kind of passes, it'll get to the probably lower 80s at this time. Then it's going to get really hot eventually. It's going to be like late June. I already know late June is really hot and even every year, but lately, because of how hot our summers are getting in New Mexico, it's even worse because of how hot our summers have been getting lately. So and then July, it can get hot in July sometimes. Also depends when monsoon kind of starts to run its course. Last year, I remember monsoon started mid-June. It was kind of a sudden transition because it went from like 100 degrees every single day to like 80 degrees and raining every single day. And then the temperatures always kind of play limbo with us because then it'll go down to 80, then it's back to 95, then it's back to 85, then it's like 100, then it's like 74, and it's like, so I don't know, I'm seeing how hot it should get. I know the first week of summer is not too bad, it's not really going to be anywhere above 87, which is honestly nice considering the times I go, because I go in like the evening when it cools down a bit. So that really means like, I don't know, what would be a good prediction? I guess like 80. That's really more like 80-ish. Maybe more, maybe less. It's really closer to 80 though. So that's not bad. For the first week of summer, that is not bad at all. Not sure when we're gonna put our pool up, if we put it up. I mean, not up. I'm not sure when we're gonna get our pool out, if we get it out this year. Not. What always sucks about the pool at the beginning of summer is it's always so cold. Cause like summer nights, like they're not even like summer, like the nighttime's not warm enough to like for it to, because yeah, the sun warms it up, especially this year. But like the night is still in the 50s. The night's got, but yeah, that's kind of nice for sleeping. Nighttime in the 50s. Oh, sleeping in the summer sucks. I'm glad I'm off school that whole time because I'm always sweating. Normally I have the blanket on, but that's a comfort thing. I'm always sweating, and our room being way hot does not help. Tomorrow's not really going to get above 75, I don't think. Maybe a little bit. Maybe like 76, maybe. But even then, that's not horrible if you think about it. I mean, we are a desert, so it is going to get hot. Just because of the fact we're a desert, gets really hot. Honestly, I shouldn't really complain that much because a lot of places are way worse than we are heat-wise. I'm gonna start looking at how Denver is because that's where I'm going in a month. Denver's never insanely hot. When we went in the middle of June, it was like 90s. The max it would get is 90s, and there were some times where it got chilly. Like, there were times where I wish I bought a sweater. Because there were times where it got to the 40s. It's kind of a cool thing of camping. Like, it's never too hot in the day, and then it's night, and it's like, oh, this sucks. What is that? I think that's... Does it fly away when I try to scare it? I don't want to crush it because I'm not sure what it is. I don't want to hurt it because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's or not a caterpillar. What is it called? Cricket. Either a cricket or a grasshopper. Which are pretty similar, except crickets are the ones that chirp at night. They're chirping there's one chirping right now. Where am I going? Okay, this should be the way I go. Saying goodbye to everybody for 2 months. Those days are so weird. Especially because you think those two, like, you're like, 2 months without my friends, and then like summer just flies by. Like, what's gonna feel like 2 minutes, I'm already gonna be like making a video like near the first day of school. I'm gonna be like, it's the first day of school in like 3 days. Especially because they're shortening our summers. Every year our summers have been getting shorter. Not like the summer of my sophomore year, or last summer, it was a little longer. The summer between freshman year and sophomore year, oh, that summer was short. We got out in like June, and then we came back early August. The school year went fast too. Everything's going too fast, man. Slow down. Cause like everything's going too fast. Cause like the school year goes too fast. Like it's already almost my life. And then the summer goes fast. Like, let me kind of sit there and enjoy it for a minute, please. At least the summer. School year, I guess let me sit there and enjoy it, but, you know, it gets kind of stressful. Junior year, oh, I thought it was going to be so long. It kind of felt long at some points, because it's like, and then there was all the testing and stuff you had to take. Oh my God. Junior year was my hardest year yet, honestly. At first, it wasn't that hard. I'd say it didn't really get super hard until like the middle of the year. I'd say it didn't get hard till the middle of the year. And then it kind of stayed hard for basically the rest of it. I mean, I guess after testing, it was better. After testing and during testing, teachers don't assign you as much, work. It might be too far. Maybe I could cross it somewhere else, because I kind of want to see what that looks like over there. Doesn't really look like much, but alright. It's a bit far into the water. A little bit further than I'd like it to be. So, oh, this mud. The mud's so nice, dude. It's annoying. Oh. Yeah. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of this video. I yeah, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye.